Hello everyone. Let's talk about AC series motor. Okay. Now here in AC series motor there is again a stator winding, rotor winding. Okay. Let's talk about the construction. First, constructional diagram. Now here there is a stator pole. Now stator pole which is available over here, which is non-salient pole, like this. Non-salient. Okay, like this. Now I am showing a two pole over here. So this motor generally available two pole motor or four pole motor. Generally two pole or four pole motor is available, AC series motor. Here there is a stator pole and there is a rotor. The rotor again, which we have discussed in a DC motor, right? That same motor it has. It means there is again a rotor winding. There is a rotor winding over here. Okay, from front view you can see like this, rotor winding. Okay, and there is a commutator inside. Inside there is a commutator. Okay, these are commutator segments. Commutator. Now over this commutator there is a carbon brushes which is situated horizontally. Okay, now this, the position of this which is doesn't work in your repulsion motor, but this will going to work in AC series motor, right? How? I'm going to explain, don't worry. Okay, now see here the winding, how the winding is connected. See, I am talking about AC series motor. I give the name AC series motor. AC series. It means there is something is in series. There is some circuit is connected in a series. It means your stator and rotor is connected in series. Now this motor, your AC series motor, which having the similar construction, very similar construction like your DC motor. You can say your DC series motor is similar to AC series motor, right? Very similar construction to DC series motor. It means there is a stator winding. Okay, there is a stator winding like this. Suppose there is a stator winding. Now this stator winding is in series with the rotor winding. Now these all the conductor are connected with this commutator, and which is connected to the carbon brushes. Now suppose I am pulling out the terminal of this winding, and which is going to connect to the carbon brush, one carbon brush, and which is again coming out from another carbon brush and wound over the second pole like this, right? Now at this terminal I can give single phase AC supply, right? Now this is how your circuit is connected in series. See, if your current started flowing like this, the same current is flowing through your rotor winding, same current is coming out, same current is going inside your second pole and which is coming out. It means the same current is flowing everywhere. It means the circuit is in series, right? Or you can show it like this. If you are not getting it, it means this is what the stator winding and this is what your rotor, right? This is what your rotor. It means this is what in a series. The same current is flowing like this, right? The similar way I have shown over here, right? So this is what the construction of your AC series motor, which having the stator pole, non-salient pole. The same material we are using, silicon steel stamping, which is laminated. The winding we are using stator winding, which is enameled copper, right? Rotor, which is similar DC series motor, having a rotor which is generally a winding over there, lap winding or wave winding, and which is connected to the commutator, and the commutator is connected to the carbon brushes, and these rotor winding and stator winding are exactly connected in a series. So this is what the construction, right? Now let's talk about the working. Very simple working, I can say, very simple working, right? See, See, very simple working it has. Here, when I'll going to provide across these two terminals single phase AC supply, right? Single phase AC supply. That time what will going to happen? AC current started flowing through the circuit. Through the circuit, it means through the stator winding, through the rotor winding. But what is happening exactly when it is started flowing to the stator? Stator will going to produce a magnetic field, and that will produce inside this passage, and again talking about your rotor, that rotor which is also carrying a current, and we are placing inside a magnetic field which is related with the law, a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field which experiences a force. Now, as we discussed earlier, suppose this conductor having a cross potential and this having a dot potential, right? Now see what is happening here. See the rotation or the direction of the rotation which is based on the Fleming's left hand rule. Which is, suppose the current is flowing like this, here to here, right? So Fleming's left hand rule, suppose this is current and this is your magnetic field. This is current, this is your magnetic field, and this is what your rotation, this is what your moment, right? Now suppose this is current, but the magnetic field which is going inside, like this, okay, here, like this, here. The moment is upward. Suppose there is a upward moment is happening, upward, okay, upward, right? And here there is a dot, it means going inside. The current is like this, and magnetic current is like this, and magnetic field is coming outside. Sorry, here which is coming outside. Magnetic field is coming outside. Okay, here. So current is like this, magnetic field is like this, and there is what the motion like this. It means there is a motion. It will. So it means your rotor start rotating like this, anti-clockwise, right? Rotating in a anti-clockwise direction, like this, right? So this is how the rotationary torque is produced, and this torque will become only unidirectional, because after half cycle this will again become cross to dot, dot to cross. So each and every time this thing will going to happen, each and every time there is a rotation or there is a unidirectional torque is produced, and which will going to rotate your rotor. The very simple working, you have to just explain it. Okay, now see, I just told you the current, told you the law. This rotor, which is nothing but a conductor which is placed inside a magnetic field, right, and which is carrying a current. It means a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field which experiences a force. A current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Simple law, placed in a magnetic field. That magnetic field can be any type, can be fluctuating type, can be direct type. It means if you are applying AC supply, this thing is going to happen, but if suppose you are connected with the DC supply, again this thing will going to happen. Again the rotor start rotating. Okay, it will not going to affect it at all, right? It means if you are applying AC or if you are applying DC, this motor will going to work anyways. It means that's why this motor is called as universal motor. This motor is called as universal motor. So this motor, it has a lot of application, like in your home, at your home there is a mixer grinder. In your mixer grinder, of course, this type of motor we use. What type? Universal motor, or you can say AC series motor, universal motor. In your drill machine, cinema projector, vacuum cleaner, this type of motor we use. What type? Universal motor we use. So these are the application of this motor. These are the application of universal motor, or you can say AC series motor. So that's all for your AC series motor. Thank you.